Yeah, those are the best ones. So to make codes, what I'll do, I'll duplicate the notes and I'll move them 7 steps up as usual. Yeah, so I'll add thirds to every chord. Yeah, this is fire. So what I'll do, I'll duplicate the bass notes and move them down an octave. These chords are emotional. I'll move the thirds up an octave. So I'll move the whole chord progression down an octave. I'll also add filler notes. I think y'all can hear the vibe. So what I'll do, I'll strum the notes, Alt S, so that all the notes don't play at the same time. Also randomize the velocity, Alt R. So what you can do next is highlight all the notes and you reduce the volume a little bit so that the piano isn't harsh or the sound isn't harsh. We are done with our chord progression. What I'll do next, I'll be adding a melody on top of the chords. So now what I'll do, I'll change the sounds. So we're going to add in a guitar. We're adding in more keys. Let's get them from Muffin. So I'll be going for a soft sound like this one. So I want to make it like an arpeggiator. So let me route all my tracks to that mixer. So I'm going to be adding some effects on this guitar. And another thing I always like to do, I like to make a reverb send, so that if I have sounds which need reverb, I just send them to this send, so that I don't load my PC with a lot of reverb plugins. I can be using this one alone. I'll duck it to the right. This guitar of mine needs some reverb, so I'll be loading Valhalla Vintage Verb. So the mix should be all the way up, and I'll set my decay at around 3.2. I'll cut off some lows and I'll cut the highs, and we're good to go. And I'll control the amount from here. So I'll also cut some of the highs of this guitar. As for this piano, I need some low end, so I'll cut a little bit and cut some highs. So I'll be using this one to make the second part of the melody. So I'll add another one to complement this first one. So I think that's enough. So what I'll be adding up next is a vocal chop to wrap up the melody, and I'll be using Arcade once again because it's got some good vocal samples and it is automatically synced to your BPM, and you can easily change the key within the plugin itself. So I'll bounce this vocal into an audio clip so that it doesn't take a lot of space in my project. So I'll need to take these vocals to the background by EQing, removing the highs, or removing a bunch of the lows. I'm gonna make some simple arrangement so that we can add our drums. So let's add a snare. So we're going to add a hi-hat. After that, we shall add an open hat. So we shall add a clap as a percussion. Yeah, so I'm feeling like we should switch up this melody. I want to pitch it down. I want to transpose it -3 down. So refreshing my ears. Yeah, that's it. So now I think we should add an 808. So what I'm gonna do, my 808 is not hitting as hard as I want it, so I'll be changing keys again. I'll be changing the key of that project so that my 808 can hit hard. So we're going to add a kick. So I'll add a soft clipper to my kick. And I'll sidechain my bass to the kick. Add a photo limiter. Compressor mode. So what I'll do, I'll add a ride to my kick. So I'll add a crash. And for the crash, you always need to cut the lows so that it doesn't build up in your project. So I've got another vocal. So I'm going to create a drums bus where I can route all my drums and effect them together. So what I'll do first, I'll add a compressor. The next thing you can add to these drums is what people keep on confusing, but you can actually add reverb to your drums. Let me teach you this today. So let's add Valhalla reverb. That's how it sounds. And obviously that's way too much. So you add a low cut and a high cut. That's a large room. We need a smaller room. We need a room like this with a smaller decay. We shall add a low cut filter and a high cut filter. And what you can do, you can dial in the knob, and this must be subtle. As I always say, it must be subtle. Like 10%. 10% is enough. And we shall also create a melody bus. So what I'll add on a melody bus first is a distortion to add harmonics. Add harmonics to that. But this must also be subtle. So after a little bit of arrangement and mastering, let's listen to the full beat. If you like music content, please like and share and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section what do you think about this beat, what went well, what did not. And let's go. Let's listen to the final beat.